Greetings, everyone. Welcome to this special edition of Fan Zone right here on Top 6 Fan TV. If you're just joining us, you are welcome to the show. It's a Zimbas edition. This time round, it was the champions of the SMARK League, and with us to delve into a little bit of their results and their success before we jump into the English Premier League is Bernard, we have Andrew, we have Prof B, and we have Sixtus all the way from the SMARK League. And I'm sure they'll be itching to jump into a little bit of the action right there. And we will get right into it after this. Fantastic. You are most welcome if you're just joining us here for the first time. Again, I have the SMARK League in the house and Zimbas champions. Shout out to you guys. And if you're just joining us in the virtual audience, ladies and gentlemen, Matthew is the name. You're on Top 6 on TV. The show is Fan Zone. And hit that subscribe button. Feel free to comment, to participate in the content as well. And we'll be happy to read your comments as they flash along the show. So jumping into it, of course, Bernard, I'd like you to sort of kick off the intros, just a quick hi and what your role is within the SMARK League, and then the rest of the Zimbas.
Introductions.
Quick ones.
Okay, my name is Bernard Mata. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the SMARK League, and it's a pleasure to be here. We're in our 6th season, and we'll be telling you more about it as we go on.
Fantastic. Andrew?
Thank you. Senyumba Andrew here. Salongo, champion, Zimbas. The Zimbas treasurer. I made sure this happened. Thank
you. Sixtus?
Yeah, my name is Kasula Joseph Kawoya, Sixtus. I am actually also art champion, and hopefully, like Salongo said, it will be Salongo to be, but I'm also chairman Zimbas, and happy to be here.
Fantastic, great to have you. And we have Prof B.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Champion Prof B Aaron is my name. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aaron. I've just got a message from some guys asking. Prof B and Sixtus want to hang themselves with some blue ropes. Guys are trying to understand. I can't quite see what's going on. Is that medals or?
These are medals. These are medals, man. Medals. Yeah. This is gold. Great. Yeah. Yeah. Gold medals. Great. Don't silver, but gold medals. Yeah.
Congratulations, gentlemen. For those who are just watching, Zimbas just won the SMARK League edition. Was it last week? I think I'll let you gentlemen jump into it, but very quickly, start with a brief overview from Bernard about the SMARK League, and then we'll jump into Sixtus to give us a small, basically update of what Zimbas has achieved before jumping into Andrea, then Prof B on the rest of the talking points. Bernard, over to you.
Thank SMARK you. League. Again, to our viewers, good evening. My name is Bernard, the CEO of the SMARK League. Just to tell you a bit about the SMARK League. The SMARK League is the biggest and premier alumni football league for the St. Mary's College Subi. Started in 2016. We're now in our 6th season. We've just concluded our 6th season, which was won by the Zimbas. And we've been going on since 2016. We're in the current season, we've been competing over the last 9 months, stretching across 2023 to January 2024. And this season particularly seemed to see a lot of bigger and greater things taking place in the SMARK League. I'll just put this one in right there. I'm a 2-time winner of the SMARK League, Season 1 and Season 2 with my cohort, the class of 2004, the Devils. So I'm a back-to-back champion, as Mourinho would say. So I'm challenging Zimbas to do the same. But yeah, back to season 6 of the SMARK League. It was indeed our biggest season to date. We saw a lot of new developments in the league, again, in line with our vision, our mission to be the premier um, uh, alumni event, bringing together old boys of St. Mary's College Subi to again gain value from us and add value to the school, to the old boys, to our members of the TSL community, and then to our community at large. So we are not a closed group, just Subi. We also work with the community at large. This season saw us on the football side, which is the premier and primary event, have a thrilling title race where we came down to the penultimate match day of the season, where we had three teams in the title race. That is Outcast class of 2005 and Zimbas class of 2006, who were tied at 39 points going to the last day, and then Mafia's class of 2011 on 38 points. And when we went into the last day, of course, it was a thrilling game of football, and we saw the results and the nerves and everything. And of course, Zimbas, the class of 2006, emerged the champions with 42 points. And again, Mafias emerged second with 41 points and Outcasts with 40 points. So that's how it ended on the football side. Zimbas are first-time champions. Of course, shout out to previous champions. That is my class, Devils 2004, season 1 and season 2. We have Windows, Alks, and Zulus, who are previous champions. And now we have a new champion. So congratulations to them. So that was the football side. Thrilling to the end. It really delivered a spectacular show. Away from the football side, this season we launched the Esports League. And again, the Esports League, speaking for itself, it's really football on PlayStation and played online. And we basically mirrored the traditional football fixtures and had all the 20 teams participating in the football participate in the Esports League and have fixtures akin to the ones they were having on the football pitch. And again, on the Esports League was concluded, the Gladiators class of 2017 were the champions of that, and congratulations to them. It's a new product we brought again in our effort to encompass more and more of our objectives to bring our guys together, not just for football, for many other sports, and then even outside sports. We have other things cooking. This time we had a one-day golf tournament again for the Smarkies. This time that one was against the was organized alongside the houses in the school and not the years. So that was also piloted this season, and we remain to see how it grows. And we look forward to bringing so many other sports, basketball, touch rugby, and everything. Away from sports, we've still been doing amazing things this season. We kickstarted and finalized plans for our mentorship program. Again, it's an effort to add value to our members. And when we've come together for football, for health, for wealth, and we now want to go to the next step and say how much more value can we add to our members. So we've got the membership program, which is kickstarting, which is going to be kickstarted at the beginning of the next season. Here, we really want to tie in people in their professions, aside from their professions, general things like leadership, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and things which cut across everyone, irrespective of profession. We'll have groupings where we have guys, because we have guys from like 1980s, and the youngest here is like 2017. So there's a lot of experience to pass down to all these guys. So we get guys grouped in as many nuclear groups as possible, and they're able to assist each other and build each other and get value from each other. That's on the mentorship program. We've had lots of CSR programs this season. We partnered with the Rotary Cancer Run. We partnered on health initiatives to come together to collect for different individuals. We do this both as a league and both as at cohort level, where different chairs have their partners, and that has really seen the CSR initiatives as well grow. We have so many plans in the pipeline. On the financial side, we have the SACO and the endowment fund all in the pipeline. So yeah, it's been an exciting season. Of course, it started with the Memorial Cup, which is a one-day tournament at the beginning of the season to kickstart, where we remember all our fallen OBs and come together for a one-day five-a-side tournament. And then it leads into the season where we have 19 match days culminating into the finale, which was held on 28th January. And yeah, we're the Zimbas emerged champions. So now we're at the off season, we're cooking, we're building, and we're going to even come back better for TSL 7. I think that's really what.
Fantastic. Bernard, I just stop you right there. I can tell why you're the chairman, man. You have the entire pipeline for like the next 10 years ready, and it's here. You've laid it out. It's great stuff that I hear, man. Outside Of course, the SMARK League has had esports, there's some other community activities. So good stuff you guys are doing as a SMARK community. And of course, I'll bring in Andrew Senyimba here, the treasurer of Zimbas, to sort of give us an update. Congratulations, first of all, the Zimbas, Andrew Sixtas and Prof B representing. And
Thank you.
Andrew, I'll bring you in as ideally the treasurer. And just very briefly, because I see our time is fast running. What was the journey like in terms of the final day? We've heard about your two closest challengers. Just recap them and what the stakes were before the game kicked off. And then, we'll go into some of the other reactions from Sixtus and Prof B. Pretty much is what I want from you. What was it like?
For the last match day or for the whole season?
The last match day.
For the last match.
As the treasurer, you can tell us about the times money disappeared during the season. And
for the last match day, the preparations were actually a bit tough. You have to prepare mentally for the game, and you have to mobilize all these boys to give you money. We wanted to do a parade, but by the time we went in for the last match day, we didn't know who was going to win. So some of those plans had to be halted. Though we had to collect some money for the beers. Win or lose, we actually had to party. We are the co-judges of the league. We are the undisputed best match day hosts of SMARK League ever since it began. No one else has won that title. So whether we win or lose, we had to party. So that budget was there. Luckily enough, one of our sponsors, Prof B, is around. He actually gave us a lot of money. Our chairman also mobilized the guys, and we were prepared. We were prepared. The win was just the icing, but we were going to party. Whether the outcast had won or we had won, it was going to be a party. But of course, beer is not good when it doesn't taste as good when you've lost as when you've won. So we had to make sure that we won. There were incentives, of course. There were incentives for the players, for the guests. You give people a boost. Every goal had some money against it. That was about 200,000 per goal, and the boys had to work hard to make sure they get that money, including the guests, whether it is whoever scored. Even the assists were, they had the cash prize against them.
Very good.
Yeah, the tsunamis gave us a tough first half, and things didn't seem to be going well. But we came back.
Andrew, I'll stop you right there. You're entering Sixtus' section on the game.
Just a brief.
Thank you for giving us the update. Pretty much, I can see all the incentives were taken care of, including drinks. But Sixtus, on to the game.
Yeah.
It was match day. For the benefit of the viewers in the virtual audience who didn't see, who was Zimbas facing on the last day? Were they the underdogs, or were you guys the underdogs in that game? And how did the match progress? Then I'll go to Prof B for the celebration part.
Well, first of all, to all viewers, good evening. But what I would like to say is that game almost killed us. The pressure was too much, and I don't really wish for us to go down that lane again the next season. But that game almost killed us. But anyway, we're playing our younger brothers, the Tsunamis. Of course, they're fitter, they're younger. So we're going into a game that, even if we had, we knew that we had to win it, but then, like Andrew said, we did not really think that we're going to win the championship this time around, because the Outcasts were, we went into the final match day when the Outcasts were on top. That is the on top goal difference. We had to score 8 goals to actually win the championship. And then we're meeting a team that is also very good, score so many goals. The Tsunami score so many goals. So you can imagine how much pressure we had. And then luckily we go ahead before the Outcast score any goals in the other game. And then from that point onwards, it was pressure after pressure. after pressure after pressure. Did we go in as underdogs into the game? We went in to win the game. We all believed that we would win the game. But then, of course, our result in that game was also really relying on the result in the other game that was happening. Yeah, because we
And
had
what happened at the end of the game, if I may ask?
we had the Wild scoring 8 goals in that game. To win the league, we had to score 8 goals. Yeah. So imagine we score first, and then the Tsunamis equalize, and then we score a second goal, and then the Tsunamis equalize. And then at that point, it is madness. It is madness, You can't breathe, you cannot do anything. It's pressure. And then luckily in the last 5 minutes, we got our winning goal. So you can how crazy it was. Yeah. But well, fantastic game for the spectators. Fantastic game for the SMARK League. Luckily, the block owners managed to hold the outcasts, and somehow, just like that, we emerged champions. Hence the medals that they're putting on this evening. Yeah.
Fantastic. Congratulations. I'm on pool Prof
Thank
B.
you.
Prof B.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, as a sponsor and goalkeeper, watching the action from the goal. What was it like for you? Did you run across the pitch to celebrate that goal? It was an Aguero moment I saw.
One of the moments that are living rent free in our minds and in our heads is the winning goal on the last match day. We as the champions, the Zimbas, we even after the final whistle, we were still in shock that we were the champions. And maybe Sixtus and Andrew can correct me here. It took us close to 2 days to appreciate that actually we are the champions of the SMARK League. That's the kind of effort that was put in by the team in terms of resources, in terms of prayer, in terms of the team, trainings, etc. But at the end of the day, we want to thank God as Zimbas that we are here. We are champions. We don't take it for granted. The pressure was high. There are interesting rumors that people believe that we bought the trophy. We want to disagree with that notion and confirm that our team guys played their hearts out. And you can imagine the volleyball captain of the Uganda Cranes, Apollo George. We had to stock him to be available for the last 2 game weeks for us to be able to be champions. And you can imagine he scored the winning goal. So yes, we're excited, we are happy. We're only recovering mentally that now that the season has ended. For example, I haven't trained for close to a week since we won the trophy just to recover. But yeah, we thank God that we are here as Zimbas and we are champions. Yeah.
Well done. As you guys recover from all the muscle pulls, I think it's safe to say we can move on from the SMARK League and on to the English Premier League. Congratulations again, Zimbas. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share, drop your comment, and we'll be happy to project that onto the screen and pull you into the discussion. We're now moving into the business end of the show, which is basically a review of Premier League action from the Big Six, the top 6 boys, traditional top 6 in the English Premier League. And there was no match bigger than the match at the Emirates Stadium where Arsenal welcomed table toppers Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp in the news over the last couple of weeks with his departure, news of his departure at the end of the season, rocking Merseyside. But Liverpool, of course, maintaining their form with fantastic set of results and fantastic football without the likes of Mo Salah, and with Manchester City breathing down their necks. But the final result at the Emirates, this time Liverpool didn't go home smiling, didn't go home with the points, and instead it was Mr. Mikel Arteta, the coach or manager of Arsenal, running all the way from the Emirates to the home of the Zimbas after that final whistle. And 3-1 the final result right there. Goals coming in from Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard to seal the result and seal the points for Arsenal, which gets them back into contention. Just kick off with Bernard, your thoughts on the match And did you think Arsenal were going to pull this one off, and how did it transpire for you?
Thank you, Matthew. And yes, of course, I thought Arsenal were going to be successful. I just looked at the teams on paper and I said, if there is ever a day Arsenal is going to beat Liverpool, it is today. This was the day. And of course, because we know Liverpool and Man City have been the most consistent teams in the Premier Leagues, in the Premier League over the last 5 or so seasons, they're the teams to beat. So you have to measure yourselves as the other teams against them. And I think over the time we've been closing the gap. If you look at our first fixture earlier this season, late last year, we could show that we're closing the gap. Now this side, we know Mohamed Salah. I felt that they were there for the taking, and the game being at the Emirates, and Arsenal coming from a prolonged break where they were recovering from our December hangover. I thought this was the right time to beat Liverpool. So we got into the game. As we grew into the game, you saw first half, Liverpool had no shot on target. Even the goal we gave them in the first half was really a blessing. And at that point, I'm thinking, this is the day we have to beat Liverpool. This is the easiest Liverpool team we are going to beat in the last how many seasons. So yeah, I was growing in confidence. I just knew we just had to take our chances, and eventually we did, and we got the results. So it says a lot. It shows how much the gap is closing, and it shows how far we've come. And yeah, we're confident we can be right in there with the top teams.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, Bernard. I'll bring in Prof B right here. The game didn't come without Navi moments for the Arsenal. It was plain sailing in the first half until the end, when there was a clanger there from Arsenal in defense. As you can see, Mikel Arteta reacting to that goal conceded. 1-1, it ended, in the first half, going into the break. What were your thoughts, Aaron, at that time? Did you think Liverpool are going to come running at us all over again in the second half, just like we've seen? What were your thoughts at at that time?
To be honest, that was typical of us, and that has been the case this season. Throwing away games, playing so well, and in the last minute or so of each half, we concede. There have been a couple of games where we've been conceding goals around that time. Fast forward to this last game, Saliba is to blame. I think there was a moment of no planning, no thinking. He had to clear that ball out of the way, but he chose to defend the striker. A thumbs up to Diaz, that you don't give up, don't leave nothing unturned. He turned up. But again, that's typical of us, and I'm glad that we're able to come back, and put that behind us and go for the win. Beginning of second half, Liverpool were back on us, and I thought Liverpool was going to go for the win. But Arsenal has remained Arsenal again. Mike Cadet has instilled a new factor in the boys, and to see them regrouping and chasing the game, for me, that is a plus. So I'm actually happy that we were able to pull that off yesterday. We've not beaten Liverpool in a good way like we did yesterday, and I'm hoping it's going to grow the team moving forward. We have a young squad, excluding Jorginho, and I think they are growing. That mistake by Saliba yesterday is going to stay in his head for a while, and he's going to learn from that. You're beating a big team. When you've made a mistake, that is going to be a good lesson. Yes, Matthew.
That is Aaron. That is and I'll bring in Andrew here. That's 2 straight mistakes by Saliba. If you notice, even in the last game, there's defensive lapse attributed to him for that goal. So a little bit of concentration lapse there for the defender. Some called the Rolls Royce of a defender right there, but we did see the same happening with Virgil van Dijk, who's the original Rolls Royce. But Andrew, pulling you into this discussion really around Arsenal, where do Arsenal go from here? I mean, that pulls them into
Matthew. Do you want to bring in a mid-table fan into this? Are you sure he's ready for you?
Yeah, we are open.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
The Chelsea man.
Yes, no. Let the Chelsea man speak, and please, you need to treat your well, because you guys will play without resources next season. So, Andrew, let me bring you in. We'll come to Chelsea later, and you'll have your lion's share. But your outsiders' view on Arsenal's chances now. I mean, that win lifting them up to second place, 2 points behind Liverpool, but of course with City, a further 2 points behind, but with 2 games in hand over both Liverpool and Arsenal. So potentially they win those, they go top by 1 point. What does that mean for the title race? Who do you see nicking it at the end?
I still believe Man City will win. Arsenal played really well. As a Chelsea fan, I really don't like Arsenal, but then Arsenal is playing Liverpool, and my preference was actually Arsenal. They played a good game. It was a sweet win, I must say. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I enjoyed the Arsenal win. Though ultimately, I believe Man City will still come back and take the trophy. If not Man
Well, that's
City, Liverpool might have a chance. Arsenal still lacks that finishing touch. They
a
might be
striker.
out.
Is it a striker or just generally the team?
The team.
Okay, and I think I'll most likely let me pull in our guys in the virtual audience who are dropping some comments before bringing Sixers in. Comment coming in from Daniel Kagonde says, after the equalizer, I thought we were losing because Diaz and Arnold gave us some trouble in our box. Thank God Arnold couldn't continue for long. Yes, of course, Arnold being Alexander Arnold, he's referring to being substituted there. And Manu Fania Kajina, thanks for jumping in, saying, Arsenal guys, please don't judge too much. Onana was in goal. That's why you won. Otherwise, you are average. Let some Nugu there, some
Isn't number one?
Manu guys, yeah. Coming in and just setting the scene for Sixers. I don't know how you guys do it at Old Trafford, but your view on the Arsenal win,
Of
there,
course,
and
for me,
go ahead.
I'm a certified Arsenal hater. I'm a certified Arsenal hater. But I was watching the game. I watched bits of the game yesterday until with two Liverpool fans. That is KMK and Bobby. Really felt sorry for them because Liverpool really gave Arsenal the game. Yeah, but kudos to Arsenal, and like Andrew said, I also don't really think that Arsenal will win the league this time round. So, Professor B and you still have a long way to win the league. Yeah. But yeah, Kongs on the win yesterday. Of course, you won the bragging rights. But the only thing that really, and I mean, after the Arsenal win, I was dreading all of the banter in the various WhatsApp groups and men's. It has come to pass, and But anyway, Kongs to Arsenal guys. Yeah, Kongs to Arsenal. Very good game, win. Yeah, and understand that that's why you're over the top about the win. Yeah.
Fantastic. Great reaction right there. Profs make over place there. Guys enjoying the content, and of course, one comment coming in from Isaac Sember Conrad, who I know is a Gunners fan, saying, well done, Gunners. Right there. And moving on, ideally, it was not just Arsenal there that were playing in there, but what does this mean for Liverpool, Bernard? Do they collapse? Do you see them losing a grip of the top spot to Manchester City, who are just like they're basically a Ferrari that are revving and waiting for that green light to just zoom past everyone else?
Not at all. If anyone expects Liverpool to collapse after one loss to Arsenal, then they're very mistaken and haven't been watching Liverpool in the past seasons. Liverpool has never been motivated than before, even now. They're competing on four fronts. Their manager is stepping down after 9 years at the end of the season. They're motivated to give him the befitting send off. It's the club farewell tour. So expect the unexpected. I don't think this is just a blip in the club farewell tour. I think Liverpool will be right up there. There's even Arsenal will not relax. They're still they're still in it. They're in pole position because of course they're fast. Man City is in it. Arsenal is in it. So please don't write Liverpool on. Don't write Liverpool off because this is the club farewell tour. They've never been more than motivated and competing on four fronts. I think for sure they'll be there in and about at the end of the season, and there will be a trophy for them somewhere somehow.
Fantastic. Ivan, some more comments coming in from the virtual audience there. Ivan Quest is saying, Arsenal chaps throwing around all these furnished hype and undeserved adjectives of the average players. I hear Rolls Royce. Better believe it, Ivan. Definitely not a Chikumi Kumi, my brother, but pushing on and coming in from Brian Mutundi saying Liverpool disappeared, total no show. And
True, I
just like
agree.
that. Thanks for the comments, guys. Keep the comments coming in. Definitely, we expect Liverpool to bounce back. Mo Salah is coming back. Robertson is back. We do have Of course, Trent, I'm not sure if he got a niggle. We'll see in the next, in the news that's coming up, whether that substitution was tactical or due to injury. But we do expect he is back. So you basically have a virtually full strength Liverpool squad gunning for the title. But it's the same thing on the other side with Manchester City welcoming back Erling Haaland and KDB as well. So we will see what happens. Moving on to Manchester United, and they welcomed West Ham to Old Trafford. Sixters, I'll kick off with you. Your take on this result: 3-0. Garnacho with a pair of goals there, and Højlund scoring another one. And that's the young man can't stop scoring. What does this mean for United? The win moving them up to 6th place, dislodging West Ham right there. But still quite a number of points adrift 4th place, I believe. About 8 points adrift 4th place. But what does this mean for United? And what was your take on this result?
Well, very good result. A confidence booster for United, but I'm actually especially more happy for Land. At the beginning of the season, the guy was getting lots of bashing from different sections of fans. That is both United fans and also opposition fans. But to see that the guy is getting in the goals more consistent right now, I mean, I could not be any more happier for him. And of course, I really hope that the team can build onto this and then probably finish within the top 4 this season once again.
Top 4, my man. Which league?
Yeah.
Very ambitious.
No, SMARK League.
This is
But
not,
that league, Yeah, but very good result. 3 was a very, very good result. And I'm quite confident that the boys will do the work and, United will be in the top 4. And of course, I don't expect Andrew to say anything because Chelsea will not smell anything, close to mid-table even. Yeah. But very good result, very good shift by the boys. Very good shift by the boys, yeah.
Fantastic. And of course, the what they're calling the Holy Trinity. Yeah, I'm telling you these terms. Even the Manchester United guys have started coming up with these terms because, as you can see from that visual right there, this is what they're calling the Holy Trinity. The Manchester United fans, Højlund, Garnacho, and I know there, developing a new from Manchester United. Huh?
We should reserve such terms for the Arsenal fans, man. Arsenal fans will overdo it,
No, this is
just
not
like a previous.
Sixters, please accept you. This is a baptism from your own fans, my brother. So just accept this is your new Holy Trinity, apparently. So let's wait to see what happens. Andrew, your take. I want to pull you in on United. A couple of weeks ago, I asked, this on another show right here on Top 6 Fan TV, the locker room. This is one of our panelists there, Chelsea and us and United fan were going at each other, and I asked a question: between the two of you, Chelsea and Manchester United, who do you think is going to finish above the other? And the Manchester United guy said Chelsea, their performance, Chelsea are like, they're not poor, but they're like poverty. So he doesn't expect any result. He said, you guys even started the season without a sponsor. You are wearing after-class uniform. So he brought out all sorts of checks. But realistically, obviously, Chelsea dropped points miserably at home to Wolves.
Yeah.
And we will get to that. But what's your take on Manchester United's chances for the top 4? Do you expect that they will dislodge Tottenham and Aston Villa, who are ahead of them currently?
Given the form Aston Villa has and Tottenham, I doubt Man U will make it. A miracle will happen, but I think Man U will actually finish 7th or 8th. I'm a Chelsea fan. Our season is just dead. Yeah. Man U, no. Top 4, no chance.
Okay, I will. And we ask where you're going to.
Andrew's just hating. Andrew's just hating. He wants, he just wants consolation in those mid-table. But I think Man U will actually go into top 4 this season. Yeah.
All right, we'll wait and see what happens. Prof B, your take on Manchester United, and their their performance. Are they back? So one of our previous panels said the Manchester United of 1999 is back. The guys are they're going to win everything from sixth place.
Matthew, the level of inconsistency shown by Man United and their darling coach is below. I don't know what to call it. Yes, they beat someone midweek. They survived with a young boy saving the team in the last second of the extra time, and they went on to win. I think it was 4-3, if I'm not mistaken. And then yesterday they beat West Ham at home. West Ham has been a bogey team for United, and I'm glad they were able to pull that off. But let's get our heads out of the sand. United is nowhere near ready to compete. They are playing. On paper, United has a good team. Think about Casemiro. Think about Bruno Fernandes. Think about Rashford. Then this dancer, I think it's called one of their wingers. It's one of the dancers who just uses this.
Guy who likes going around roundabouts. What's his name?
That one, the Brazilian. Anthony, to be honest with you, United is not yet there. I think there's something fundamentally wrong at the helm of United. These 2 wins are just smearing something that is rotting in United. On paper, United looks good, but they're nowhere near good, and they keep picking up points, and
right. We lost Aaron there, but I think we did get his point right there. Some comments coming in there. Ayaba Kajina saying he's a Manchester United fan, by the way, saying United to finish like 8th or 9th. This is very pragmatic, realistic, but still above Chelsea, right?
Of course.
Do you still conquer?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We will take that, Andrew. We'll take that, Andrew. Another comment coming in from Brian Mutuji saying, good result for United. Could mark the start of a good run. Top 4 within touching distance. This is now very interesting thoughts. It is the hope that kills you, Brian. Have you had Brian Mutunji? I hope you still have a solid heartbeat at the end of the season, my brother. Ivan Kwesi there saying, there goes another Ferrari. Anyway, it's Man City's yet again. They have proven time and again that they have resolve. Total pep. Liverpool comes only there at a disadvantage with injury. I think he means to say Liverpool comes close, but they're only at a disadvantage. Some more comments coming in there. Ivulawe Elifazi, otherwise known as Fuzzy, Arsenal fan, saying, I want what that fan that has just said United will go at the end of the season is. We will wait. Guys are working at the end of the season. And Andrew, you might.
These are United haters, man. You know?
These are United haters.
Yeah.
That's what
still coming back and saying, of course, above Chelsea. Chelsea will finish like 16th. So, my man, Andrew, guys don't believe in you.
Chelsea will make it.
Guys don't believe in you. Guys think Chelsea is going to finish like 16th. Yeah. So thanks for the comments, gentlemen, and those in the virtual audience. Keep them coming. Do feel free to hit the subscribe if you're joining the show. Subscribe button if you're joining the show for the first time. Like, drop a comment, share the content, and we'll be happy to share your reactions as well. And we do have to move on from Manchester United to our boys in blue. Dear Treasurer Andrew, talk to us. What's going on? Most expensive team, nicknamed the American Cowboys. You're definitely doing a rodeo on the pitch instead of some sleek football. What is going on with Pochettino's boys, man?
I don't know what's going on. I personally wouldn't put the blame on Pochettino. I would actually take it up to the owners. You don't come into a club and you sell off all the experienced players and bring in all the toddlers and expect results.
But it's cost money. You have a World Cup winner in midfield. You have the most expensive midfielder player in English football, right? Caicedo, if I'm not mistaken.
Time is
You have
Yeah,
you have
but
you have
the,
Modric, who's the next Neymar. We can keep going.
no,
The only problem is you
Modric
have
is
a
not.
coach in
Modric
defense.
could do well against Bolt. He can't. He has no football in him. And you see, these are very good individual players. It's like getting a Ferrari engine and a Toyota shock absorber plus a Jaguar something, and you put it together. Come on, it doesn't work like that. These
Hmm.
players, they need to first gel together, and this season is just not it. And the coaches we've had, apart from Lampard, they don't have the Chelsea DNA. Gone are the days when any team visiting the Stamford Bridge would just be fearing. It was an assured 3 points. That's no longer the case. Wolves visited, they last won at Stamford Bridge in 1979, and then they come and they wash you 4-2. I mean, oh, Chelsea's, nah, this season is just dead. I don't
Yeah.
expect anything. I
And
know we shall finish top 10, but nothing better than that.
top 10. Is this what it
Top
has
10, yeah.
come? A comment
Yeah,
coming through here, and Bernard, I'll pull you in, but it will have a Elifazi, as the fans saying, Chelsea have been reduced to football tourists, if not Premier League participants like Nottingham or Brentford. The glory days seem to have gone. Bernard, where does yeah, where does do they sack Pochettino? Who do they bring in? Do they leave Pochin and give him a summer to bring in his own players? Spend another 100 million before FFP catches up with them. Where do Chelsea go from here?
I think Chelsea went wrong at the top, as they say in our local dialect, the fish rots from the head. Todd Bailey, I don't know what his strategy is. It's not clear. So I really, Pochettino is not a bad coach at all. He's just in a bad situation. He was brought in a bad situation to firefight, but it's above him. It's above his skill level. So for me, it's a strategic rethink for the club. I mean, clubs have been through this before. Liverpool, Arsenal, where there is a strategic change in the club, but then eventually you start seeing where the club is going and you start seeing what they want to achieve. We don't see that with Chelsea. We don't see that with Chelsea signing these kids on 12-year contracts, what and what, without keeping the experience. I mean, the balance is not there. So honestly, for me, the blame at Chelsea lies squarely at the owners. They have not come in with a clear strategy, or if they have, it is not working and they need to re-strategize. I can't blame the manager. It's a mess. Any manager will struggle with that mess. I mean, of course, some of the big players like Enzo, Casado, you're expecting a lot more from them. But again, they can only do so much. I mean, with that aging defense, and man, it's a mess. Chelsea is a mess. I think it's a strategic rethink that's needed at the ownership level, and then they apply across the club.
Fantastic. Another comment coming in here from Brian Martin saying Chelsea's on pre-season tour for next season. Andrew, there, I think you see how Man U fans think, and I'm sure 6%. I see you agree.
I agree with them.
The
I
guys
agree
on
with them.
pre-season tour.
like Andrew said, I conquer.
We will pray for you guys. But now, I don't know. For Chelsea, it is a conundrum there, and I'm sure even Todd Ball is confused. It's like, do I keep this Pochettino guy on? Do I fire him? But I mean,
Matthew,
yeah. Go
you
ahead.
see,
Go ahead.
what these Americans are using, they are using computer simulations and whatever results they get to put a team together, forgetting that it's the legs that kick the ball. Yes, you
Mm.
will go out and get the best players, but can they play together? Maybe not. And that's what we are seeing at Chelsea. You've spent over $1 billion over what time? And, oh, it's just not it.
Well,
I just don't get it.
Mourinho is available, by the way, and
We, we,
I think if you give
we saw
Mourinho this team
glimpses of
as a summer transfer, he will do some magic
we
at
saw
Stamford
glimpses
Bridge.
of what Pochettino can do when Chelsea played Arsenal and Man City. I actually thought, this is the turning point. The game after Man City, we played some small team and it gave us 3-0. I just don't get it.
No, unfortunately, there have been no turning points for you, my Chelsea brothers, but rather you've been on a roundabout, so the turn is not ending. But we will wait for you guys to basically hit at least a good patch. Of course, Mzee Wakazi here getting quite a lot of stick from the Chelsea fans and several others, start saying his age is starting to show, which of course, 39 years old, is just slightly younger than a few of you gentlemen there at the Zimbas place. But certainly, the legs are showing signs of giving way for
I
Chelsea.
think that
And
guy is the devil.
sorry.
I think he belongs to Bernard's class.
Being a poisoned chalice. That is his only.
No comment. No comment. All right, moving on to some other results from one of the other top six guys. Spurs, who might have been forgotten here, did also play at the weekend. They had a very interesting game away in Merseyside at Everton, taking a well, more or less, not necessarily 2-0 lead, but 2-1 lead right there, but being pegged back, the game ending in a 2-2 draw. They remain within the top four in fifth place right there. And some of their players are coming back, actually. So they're just missing Son, I think, from the Asian Cup, but their boys from the African Cup have returned, and that is Yves Bissouma and Papa Matassa. And of course, their defenses also seem to be stabilizing. So a slight setback here for Spurs. They do have this man Richarlison in good scoring form, so that's actually quite interesting for Spurs. So safe to say the fourth place, or the race for fourth place, is a three-way battle between Aston Villa, Tottenham, and Manchester United. Sixers, without being biased, I repeat, realistically, who do you see winning this race for fourth place? Bearing in mind, currently, Manchester United are 8 points behind Aston Villa in fourth place.
I think I am quite positive that United will actually top four this season. Well, there's so many other games to go, and I'm quite positive that United will make top four without.
Right, seems we're losing Sixers there. I'll bring in Prof B. Prof B, do I still have you?
Yes, you have me. You have me, Matthew.
Your take on who's going to finish fourth between Spurs, Aston Villa, and Manchester United. Manchester United currently 8th place behind Aston Villa, with Spurs sandwiched in between them. Who takes fourth place at the end of the season?
Yeah, if only we had the Butler's League, then we would probably have an answer here. Spurs are Butlers. It's when the pressure is on, I think they will give up at some point. United is not good enough at the moment, and I don't think they are for the top four. So it's a bit tricky. I'll still go for Spurs top four. The fact that now Richardson has picked up, Madison is back and is firing. My only issue with Spurs is only in the defense. My issue is in the defense, but United, unless United puts up 5 consecutive wins without a draw or without a loss, 5 consecutive, then I would count them. But for now, I don't think they will make it to top four. And I know United will have their games that they have to lose. It's a standard. They have to lose a game at OT every two games they lose at home. So that's imagine what they're up to. Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Arsenal are yet to go to Old Trafford, so I hope those words don't come back to bite you, my brother Aaron, later in the league. Another comment coming in here from Ivan Quest is saying, Poch's boys are a mess, a flash of brilliance for a couple of games, then total crash for the next few. Let them just cut their losses this season and build with Poch's guidance next season. Ivan Quest there, believing that Poch is still the man. Eliphaz thinks Spurs is a 2014 Southampton team. Special, but nothing serious. Brian Mutunji coming in saying the Aston Villa gap drops to 5 this weekend. And of course, he's expecting Aston Villa to drop points right there this weekend, and we will wait and see. We will wait and see what happens right there. And Ivan Kwesi saying they'll be back dangerously next season. I think he's saying this of Chelsea, which is an interesting one. We'll wait to see if they'll have settled enough next season for us to move on. And then finally, we are obviously done with the results from the weekend, but we do have a game that is going to be played tonight. Manchester City away to Brentford. I'll go around, gentlemen, your predictions for this, starting with Bernard. Please remember, Haaland is back.
Haaland is back. KDB is back. Man
KDB
City
is
win.
back.
Man City win 3-0.
3-0. Sixers.
I also give the game to Man City, and I think they'll score about 4 goals. So 4-0 to Man City.
See, you guys are riding on your fantasy players. That's all good. Andrew.
Man City win 4-1.
No, Afazari draw. Prof B. Prediction: Brentford, Manchester City tonight. Starting in a few minutes. 7 minutes.
Brentford is a bogey team for Man City over the past 2 or 3 seasons. I won't believe it's going to be a hard game.
They have Ivan Toney. Forgive me for cutting
Exactly.
you, but Ivan Toney and Mbeumo are back. Mbeumo is back from AFCON, as well as Wissa.
Yeah. Yeah, so I suspect it's going to be a hard game for City. Between me and you.
Yeah, we lost
2-1 to Man City. But don't take that from Brentford.
Just repeat
I'll
your
go for a City win 1-0 or 2-1, and De Bruyne will be the difference. But make no mistake, Brentford is a bogey team for Pep, and they could cause an upset tonight. And I'm just waiting for the game right about now. But they'll cause an upset. Yeah.
How we look forward to that. A cold, wintry Monday night down somewhere in London, and City potentially dropping points. Will make for a very interesting and fascinating race. It is squeaky bum time, as the legendary Sir Alex Ferguson once called it, and it's going to be interesting. Gentlemen, we bring the show to a close. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to those in the virtual audience for joining us as well. And we have had a great time. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, drop a like, drop a share, comment, and we'll be happy to definitely have you on. Andrew, the Zimbas, thanks for joining in. Andrew, Prof B, Sixtus, and of course, administration, HP, CEO, Chairperson, Bernard from the SMARK League. Thanks for joining us as well. It's been real, gentlemen and ladies. We will be back very, very soon. Stay tuned to the channel. Follow us on YouTube as well as all the other key social media platforms. Do have a great rest of the week.